So I put out a post asking for questions and I got a few back. So let's quickly dive on in and find out about me, James Kelly. How do you make sure you get the balance between family and YouTube right, as YouTube must take up so much time? That is true, and that is the ongoing struggle I've faced since day one. There is no time. People say there is time, but when you have 2 dogs, 2 kids, and a wife, and you're tired, it's very hard. So all those creators that are out there, young, without responsibilities, do it now. It gets only harder to find the time. How old are you? I am actually 38. Turn 39 in a few weeks. Would you believe that? And I still get asked for ID. Tea or coffee? Coffee. 90% of the time, coffee. Sunset or sunrise? I like them both, but golden hour lasts longer in sunset, so I'll take sunset. Dogs or cats? Obvious. Is it financially viable to work for yourself? Well, I've actually earned more money being a self-employed freelancer than I ever made as a full-time employee at an agency. So yes, how do you brainstorm ideas for a project? I sit down with a nice cup of coffee, I take the dog out for a walk, and I just fill my head with the brand, the product, or the idea for a short film. Get every idea possible down on paper and don't start filming or storyboarding even until I've got some ideas. That way you can kind of whittle out the ones that are almost like impossible to shoot or not part of the brand look or feel. Then you are down to a narrow selection of ones that can be developed further and massaged into the final film. Beach or countryside? I would have to say beach, but I do love a countryside walk. Chocolate or sweets? Sweets? Would you rather film forever in slow motion or with a low aperture? I guess I would like to be able to control my exposure still, so I guess I'll go slow motion. Unless with the low aperture I'm allowed to use a variable ND filter still. Beer or spirit? Beer. I like beer. I like Malibu, but you can hardly call that a spirit, can you? How do you keep your hair so curly? Ever since my mum told me that crusts are what you need to eat to keep curly hair, I've been eating all my crusts on all my sandwiches like a good boy. Hey, I'm an aspiring filmmaker following Peter McKinnon, Daniel Schiffer, and all the big names, and I try recreating their stuff, which ends up copying them. What do you think about this practice? Does that fade the individual's artistry and styling? Everyone probably copies everyone when they're learning how to kind of develop their style, but I would go easy on, copying Daniel Schiffer. He's got his own look that he's created himself. Yeah, use it in some of your videos, but what can you start incorporating into your videos that makes people think, oh, I want to copy Joe Bloggs' video? He's got that cool style. So what can you do that Daniel Schiffer doesn't do already? As for copying Peter McKinnon, yeah, we should all be so lucky. None of us are going to touch that legend, are we? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I like to think I will be working from an awesomely cool looking studio with a team of creatives that are helping me deliver epic cool videos for brands at the same time as doing online learning for creators who are looking to get further in this industry. And then also we'll have upstairs on the roof deck like a jacuzzi kind of scenario where Fridays we'd finish work at lunchtime and go up there until the early hours of the morning with beer and pizza. Everyone's welcome. It'll be a party. You want to come? You want to work for me? My 5-year plan? Hit me up on my email. What's the biggest company you've worked for? If I told you, I'd have to kill you. What really got you into making money with videos? Peter McKinnon. How did I get into video creation? I've always been into photography and film. I was the one that always be taking their photos on holiday. I was the one that bought a camcorder and would film skate videos with friends and just get drunk and film random stuff. So it was just a natural progression for me to start getting into film creation. What's the most valuable tip that will get me clients? I would say getting a portfolio work together that is self-initiated. Don't rely on work you've done for agencies because there's too much control there which you didn't actually have much part in. I would say try and get a body of work that is purely down to your thinking and your creative skill set and share it with as many people as you can to get the word of you out there. How do you search for clients? Me, I don't really search for them. I look at kind of brands I would like to work for and find similar brands that are not as recognizable. Say everyone wants to work for Nike, for example. Chances are none of us are going to. Look for on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You will hopefully find some companies that are not producing top-end marketing material that maybe you can do a spec ad for, get involved with, offer help, or just put feelers out there to see if what you can offer as a creative may be of interest to them. How much money can a 15-second advert get you? Well, that is completely dependent on client budget, what your experience level is, what your day rate is, and how long the project's going to take. 15-second advert, yeah, people think it's not going to take long. Trust me, a 15-second advert can take days when you include the editing. Then you got to allow for the budget, music cost, sound effects, props. Work out your day rate of you, the photographer, videographer. Also allow for a prop budget, music budget, and by that time, clients have run off scared. But in all seriousness, if the client has spotted you, they've obviously seen something in you, and you can still charge pretty good. So there you go. Now you know about me, the man, the legend that is James Kelly. Feel free to keep these questions coming in. I'll do more of these. See you on the next video. Remember, get your camera out and just have fun with it. Bye.